Good morning everyone. Welcome in our class 9 first e-learning class, and today we are going to start book Beehive. It is our main course book, and from the first chapter, The Fun They Had. Well, let's start with the title of the chapter, The Fun They Had. If I were in the classroom, my first questions with all the students were that why the title is that? Who had the fun? And definitely, when the students heard this question, they replied that the protagonist, and I feel very impressed. Definitely, the protagonist have all the fun. But in the story, it is not the reality. It is the present students, means you all are having all the fun. Why? Let's go through the story. But before starting the chapter, let's start with a little or brief introduction about the Isaac Asimov. Actually, Isaac Asimov, as you know, the name is not very English type. It is a name actually because he belongs to Russia, and he and his family migrated to USA, and he was also a professor. He is very much known for his knowledge and basically known for his sci-fi literature. He used to write very future-based, very science-based stories, and a lot of novels has been published, uh, like Pebble in the Sky and I, Robot, Foundation, etc. And we are having the story The Fun They Had. Let's start it. This story is actually a future based story, and it is the time he used is 2157, and right now we are in the year of 2020. So it means around the story future more than 100 years. Let's start. Here the protagonist, a 10-year-old girl, her name is Margie, and 13-year-old boy, name is Tommy. You already had read the story which I had given you in a comic version, but let's start with a brief description of the story in this. Margie is a girl who is not very into the studies because she do not like the mechanical, the studies which actually based and forced everyone to go through with only the technology. On the other hand, Tommy was a boy who is 13-year-old, found a book in his shelf which is in a very torn condition, but they both are enjoying it lot because first time in 2157 they found a book which were in a printed state. All the words were stable, and then actually because in that year nobody is being able to find such kind of printed books which were, or in a common words we can say a book of black and white. Nobody used the pen and pencil, nobody used the printed material. So you are really very lucky to have this one. Margie was actually not doing good in her geography and mathematics, but she's not having a proper human being teacher. She's having a robot who came to her house and inspected her. That's she called, or that's her mother called County Spectre. And the robot came, inspected her, and found that there is no problem with Margie. The problem is just the level. So he just reduced the level of geography lessons. But Margie was, on the other hand, not happy at all. The reason is that Margie wanted to get rid of from the mechanical teacher. She wants a complete year free from any kind of teacher. On the other hand, the teacher was not going to leave her alone, and so Margie was forced to go through with this, and her classroom is actually her next to bed. So she's feeling very jealous, she's feeling very much different and feeling very sad because when she compare herself with the students of present time, means the students of 2020 who are having school building, who are having human teacher, and the human teacher who having the intellect who can challenge the machines. So she feels that if this is possible in future, so this is the sad ending of the chapter, but definitely a raised question that all the present students, all the present generation is having such a wonderful time. If they want to create this kind of joy for their future also, then only our future generation love and learn the studies on their printed material. Thank you very much.